Hello, how's everybody doing? I am gonna get on here and make sure that we are live in all the right places and that we have volume and all the good things. And if you, while we're waiting, if you know anybody that might like to make a card, um, we're going to show a wedding card today, or I'm going to show a wedding card with the Forever Floral bundle, and it is really pretty. I used the pastel shimmer paper, and it turned out really very nice. We've got volume. So share it with somebody that you know might like to make cards. And let's see, what else do we have? Okay, today is the last day for free shipping for Stampin' Up. We had a 3-day free shipping thing special, so that's going on. You need to use your bonus bucks. I am telling you so that I remember to do this because I need to use my bonus bucks and I want to get free shipping. Also, we have the Forever Floral bundle that Susan and I are featuring in a card class this month. If you purchase $75 with me or Susan, the Wonder Basement, thewonderbasement.com or stampcreatively.com, we are going to send you a fun little card kit in March, and I think you're going to really like the cards. Actually, I'm pretty sure that this is going to be one that we're going to be sending out because I really like this card and it's kind of fun and it's using the dies. So we're going to be doing that. And let's see, what else do we have? Free shipping, bonus bucks. I think that's it. Let's get stamping. I'm going to show you review some of the cards that I've shown you over the course of the month, which is kind of fun. Okay, let's see. First off, we have this one that we did. I did that one the very first week of February, and this has the Painted Illusions product of the month. So if you spend $75, that's the other thing, the product of the month. When you purchase $75 with Stampin' Up, you can they give you the option to purchase a product of the month for $5. And this is kind of in lieu of not having the celebration. I had Cindy ask about that, and they've discontinued the celebration promotion. People just are shopping differently now. So that's why we have, when you shop online, you will always get 10% of your whatever you spend back as kind of like Stampin' Up cash or Kohl's cash that you can then spend in the next month. So, or going forward, it's good for I think a year. So anyway, I just wanted to focus. I'm going to highlight some more of the Painted Illusions paper because it is pretty. Drop a comment and let me know if you're here. If you're on the replay, please still comment. I go back and look at all of the comments. I try to answer questions. So this is the first one. The second week, let's see, the second week, I think I did this one. Oh, maybe this is the third. Wait, I feel like I had another one. I don't remember. I did this one last week, so maybe this is only the third week and not the fourth week. I don't know. I've confused myself. But this is just really using just the stamp set of the Painted Floral or the Forever Florals, and it was really a fun class or fun card to make. Use the product of the month sayings. You're on my mind. That was from last month, and that's still available. And then this is what I showed on Wednesday. I kind of used the stamp and the die. I did kind of an ombre effect on the little banner dies. I wanted to make a really something fun with the banners. I actually would like to make a whole banner, and I think I may work on that maybe for this next week. But I really like this one. This is pretty simple too. It's just stamping and then you cut out, and you could use, like, this is the die we're going to be using, and so you could cut it in half and get double the card. And today going to do a little drum roll because I really, really, really like this one. So this is what I'm going to show you how to make today. And this is using that Painted Illusions. Oh, yeah, it's using the Painted Illusions DSP. It's using the pastel shimmer paper. And I like this shimmer paper because it is the same front and back. So it really makes your cards, I don't know if you guys can, yeah, there you can see the shimmer, how pretty it is. And then I just put a piece of white cardstock on the inside so you can write a note, and the pen, you don't have to worry about the pen writing. But then I also used kind of a double layer of vellum on the back. So it's pretty simple. But I am going to show you how I run it through my stamp, cut, and emboss machine, because one thing you want to do on this one, and sometimes it matters and sometimes it doesn't, but on this one it's going to matter. You want to make sure, I've got my score line, I've cut my paper to 8.5 by 5.5, and then I scored it at 4.25. So it's a standard card size. And then I want to make sure that I get my die in the center of the front of the card. And then I'm going to use some of our masking paper, and I'm just going to cut a little piece of this. See if I can get it. This stuff is really great. It's a double stick. Well, it's kind of like washi tape. So it's super sticky, so you can stick it. I'm going to stick it on my sweater here. I don't want it so sticky that it won't come off of my paper. So you can just stick that down, and then I'm just going to cut some pieces here. I want something that's going to hold my die exactly where I have it. Okay, well, it's got this backing on it that you can peel away. Now I'm going to just use that. That's probably an easier way to do it. Actually, that doesn't look like that's going to hold much. So I'm just going to take this. When this came out, I didn't really know exactly what to do. I mean, I know how to do a mask, but I think I'm going to put them here. But I didn't know exactly what it was used for. And then they in our virtual card class in January, they talked about this being like washi tape, and then it kind of clicked and made some sense. You're going to get a better hold on this than just using a piece of washi tape. Okay, so I've got my normal sandwich. I have got it on here, I think, just eyeballing it, I think pretty straight. I'm going to put my cutting plate on the top. I'm going to stand up so I can see over the top here. Now this moved just a tad. No, it didn't move. It was my... Okay, so it's a little stickier than washi tape. But fortunately, that's the part I'm cutting out, so it's not going to matter. Okay, let's get this straight on here. I thought I had it straight. It must have moved just slightly. This has a border around it, so that's why it's kind of important to get it straight. I'm just going to stick that on there. All right, I'm going to run it through. Say hello if you're on here. I feel like I'm talking to nobody out there, but that's all right. It's kind of in the middle of the afternoon, so I realize that's kind of an odd time to go. Okay, so I'm going to look at this, and this is cut all the way through. I usually, with this particular die, I have been putting a piece of wax paper in between the die and the paper, and it comes off really, really well. But I think this is fine. And I am going to grab this is the U-Pick tool, and this is a additional accessory that you can get with it. And then you can kind of just roll out some of these pieces of excess. Actually, it's better if you have a little something squishy to rub it into. I think it actually comes with a little sponge. I haven't bought one in quite a while, so. But see, that comes out really nicely. And then you can go back on over and poke out the little centers of the flower if you like. It's not 100% necessary. So I'm going to clear my space here. Now, you can see on this piece, I'll just pull this out. And I want to show you, this will come off. This comes off without scarring your paper. It just gets a little smushed into it, I think. You can also take, let's see, one of my U-Pick tool sides has the little spatula on it. So you can just, I'm not going to do all of this, but you can see you can get it off. So it does come off. We're not going to use that extra piece. So let's go. So I've already scored my card base. So do that back and forth. I can use my bone folder and get a nice crease. This paper is really pretty. I mean, it's a really nice, and the luster, there's a silver one that's coming out next month for online exclusives, and this one is called, I think, Lunar Luster. Let's see here. Yeah, but it's really pretty. It's also all the way through. It's exact same texture as this. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to open this up, and I've cut a piece of vellum. Now I cut this exactly the size of the front card, but I think I'm going to trim it down just like an 1/8 of an inch on either side, just so it's not it comes in a little bit from the card and it doesn't affect how it folds. Sometimes if you put a piece of cardstock right on top to edge, then if it gets in this crease, it doesn't fold nicely. So now what I'm going to do is take my seal, and I'm just going to run the seal kind of over the top, over the sides here. And it won't matter if I get a little bit on the flowers, because it's just going to hold the vellum on. I'm just going to lay this on top. This vellum, this is really, I don't know. My other job is a wedding coordinator, and so I see a lot of pretty wedding stuff, and I thought this reminded me of weddings. So there's, you've got your base of your card. Isn't that pretty? And now what I'm going to do is one of my other favorite techniques is I am going to emboss. And I've already cut out my tag. This tag also comes in the Forever Floral bundle. And I am going to take my stamp, Always and Forever, which to me is very much a wedding sort of saying. And I'm just going to take my embossing buddy and Versamark and ink this up. Stamp this down nice and firm. Take that off. I'm going to sprinkle on some gold embossing powder. This is the, I've said it a million times before, but in case you're new, hi Mary, thanks for joining me, thanks for saying hi. This is the technique that won me over into stamping. we were at this is long before I think Stampin' Up was even a thing, at a flower and hobby show, and my mom and I remember we just stood there and just watched them emboss for like, I don't know, a long time. It was so cool. All right, so I'm going to just show you how cool it is. I'm going to pull this up here. And you have to have a heat tool in order to heat this. This gets up to, has two settings. One is to just dry cardstock, like dry your paper if it's really inky or if you're watercoloring. But so that's one. And then two is going to get up to 100 or 400 degrees. So you don't want to have your fingers, which is why we have the embossing tool accessory kit. And we have these handy dandy tweezers. So can you see this? It's going to go real shiny and get metallically beautiful. Embossing on vellum too is just stunning. I'll have to emboss some silver on the lunar luster because that's really pretty. So look at that. Isn't that beautiful? That never gets old. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is, I feel like this is a little bit big for this space. So what I decided to do is I just took a little bit of adhesive, like here and on the corner here, because you can usually see the adhesive on vellum. So you kind of got to be careful how you attach it. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to stick it up kind of like so it's right in here. And I'm going to push this under just a tad. So I've got the top underneath, and then I've got the bottom kind of open. And that's enough that it's going to hold it. It's going to be fine. The second thing, the die that I'm going to use is this one in that same bundle. This is all from the same bundle. And then this is the back side of this kind of rainbow paper, and it matches these flowers exactly. This is what it is. So this is kind of an ombre rainbow that I use. So it's got some different colorways, but then you flip it over and it's all the pink and white flowers. And I just thought it looked really nice on here. So I'm going to just run my Stampin' Seal over this. And yes, Susan, I almost forgot. I meant to do it this morning so I could overnight it, and 2-day it. I can't even believe that I've forgotten. Well, I've been kind of busy. I had card ministry down in Boonville yesterday, which was so much fun. It was so awesome. I think they made like 12 or 14 cards. I don't know. They made a lot. And it was awesome. And we sent them out, popped them in the mail yesterday for people. It's people on their prayer list. So it's an awesome and fun time. The ladies are wonderful. So I just kind of stacked a couple on there. And then I'm going to stack a couple at the top. Oh, by the way, when you cut things like this out of DSP, I do 2 at a time. So it really saves you on the amount of times you have to run it through. Okay, now on this one, the other one, I think this is down just a little bit. Okay, so I've got that, and then I'm going to run my what ribbon is this? I forgot what it's called. It's very beautiful too. This is the metallic Mossy Meadow and gold metallic ribbon. And so I'm just going to slide this. I want this to show on the inside of the card too. This could be a great thank you card. It could be all kinds of things. So I'm going to take, and I'm going to get it so that my knot is up at the top. This is an extra piece that I just had from another bolt. So I'm just kind of using this piece up. So that's why it's like this. I'm going to tie this down into a knot and snip those edges off. Do you guys bury things when you're crafting? Oh my gosh, it's a problem sometimes. Then I'm going to take a little bit of this gold ribbon, the gold, what's it called? Mesh ribbon, gold striped. You'd think I've said this so many times because this is what we featured last month. And I'm going to take it, run this through. And this, I'm going to tie a bow. So I'm just going to cut this off so I have some tails. Pull that down nice and tight. Ooh. You guys can let us know if you like these Monday, Wednesday, Friday videos. Okay, I'm gonna get that. Trim this. I think I'm gonna just leave that a little longer. Sometimes I like to leave it just to make it look a little more floofy. And actually, since I have some extra one of these, I feel like this is up higher than my other one. So I'm just gonna put some over here just to kind of tie it together. And see, this is a triangle. I mean, that's kind of a design. If something looks off, that's usually what you need to do, is you kind of need to look at your design elements and see where you need to put some, if you put one more thing on there, if that'll help balance it out. Okay, and then I am in a quest to use up some of my embellishments. I have so many. These are Pearls of Beauty, and actually any of them would work, but I really like these white ones. Just kind of, I think I'm putting them in the center. I think these are too big. Maybe, no, I like that. See, I changed my mind. Let's see. No, that one's too big. See, I really go for these little ones. And let's put one up here. And I need a third one down here just for my own. And I'm going to keep it right there so that I have the focus kind of all around that always and forever. And then for the inside of the card, I just took a piece. I do this on all my cards. Sometimes even my white cards, I will put another piece of cardstock inside. One, I think it adds some nice weight to the card, and two, I think it gives you a nice writing surface, and I just think it makes your cards nice because it just adds a little bit of weight, and you're able to put your message in there. So I'm just going to slide this in. I cut that at 4 by 5.5. 5 1/4. That down, and there you go. Always and forever, the perfect little wedding card for your weddings for the spring. You could change these colors out. You could put any other color, and we've got the pink and the green in the shimmer paper, and you can see here, like, I didn't really worry about pulling these little guys out. You could. I think I did on this one because actually weeding is probably one of my other favorite things to do. So there you go. You guys have any questions? Thank you for joining me today. I appreciate it. And make sure to like and subscribe to my Facebook page and to the YouTube channel. And also, if you want to join our Susan, I'm going to get this wrong. Stampin' Up online exclusive fan club. I got it. We have a group in the Facebook. I'll drop the link. I'm very bad at dropping links. I say I'll drop them, and then sometimes I do. If you look on my business page, the Wonder Basement, or you go to my website, or you go to Stamp Creatively, we have links there that you can join. So you guys have a fantastic weekend. It's gotten a little chilly, but it's sunny, so I'm okay with it. You guys have a great weekend. Bye. Thanks, Mary. I see your comment. Bye-bye.